Yo, we're back, everybody. Day 2 of Round Robin 1 of North American Top 8. Let's get it, y'all. Welcome, everybody. Spartans in here, Mercs in here, everyone else joining on in. Welcome, guys. Yesterday, we saw some pretty awesome sets, two awesome sets where we followed Leverage. They played against Ponda and then Elevate. Today, we will be watching Purple, and they're actually going to be playing the same two teams, Ponda and then Elevate. So pretty funny how that worked out. So yes, today we'll be watching Purple. And unfortunately, they had a bit of a rough start to the tournament. I'm going to go ahead and share what the top 8's looking like so far. So this is how things are going right now. Currently, Joker, Leverage, and Apex were all undefeated as of yesterday. Joker playing against two very formidable teams, being Origin and Ponda, who are, they're both very, very strong. Leverage defeated Ponda and then Elevate as we saw yesterday. And then Apex had two debatably easier teams. They played against Purple and against Straight, was it? I need to double check that actually. Yeah, so we can take a look at there in a moment. But currently, yes, Joker, Leverage, Apex all undefeated. Straight went 1-1, defeating Elevate, but then losing to Apex. Origin lost to Joker, and then it looks like they defeated Purple afterwards. And then Elevate and Purple Ponda all lost their first day. Yo, Krasniak, you joined. Hey, welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you finally tuning in. Good to have you. 3-minute delay, by the way, everybody, just so y'all know. Yeah. So, 3 minutes, unfortunately, from when I read your message to when it shows up in the stream. But yes, so that's a thing. But yeah, so Elevate, they unfortunately lost both of their sets. And we can actually just take a look at the sets themselves. So Street beat Elevate, and then Elevate also lost to Leverage, as we saw. And then Purple, they went 0-2. They played against Apex and Origin, two very tough teams, so they had a bit of a tough start. Then Ponda also, the team that you didn't expect to go 0-2, but they had one of the hardest groups yesterday. They played against Leverage and then Joker, two of the favorite teams. So difficult strat for them, or a difficult day for them. Hopefully they can bounce back. So we will be watching Purple Ponda, will be the first set that we play today. And both of these teams are 0-2 right now, so one of them is going to continue to 0-3. That's not going to be very good. And then Elov, we're going to be watching them play as well. And if Purple loses to Ponda, and then they lose to Elov, they would go 0-4. But if Elov loses, they would be 0-4 potentially as well. So some unfortunate starts for the three teams that we will be watching today, but that's not to say that they're out of it yet. Of course, there's plenty of games left to be played. This is, of course, a round robin in the first group. So what's happening is every team plays every other team once. So right now, Joker has played Origin, then they're going to go ahead and play Ponda, then Elevate, then Leverage, then Straight, then Purple, and then lastly, I'm guessing Apex. Yeah, so every team's going to play every other team once, and that's one round robin, and we're going to have two round robins. So throughout all of top 8, every team is going to play every other team twice. That's a total of 7 games times 2, which is 14 games in top 8. Today, or 14 matches, I should say. We are going to be streaming 2 of them today. We'll be watching Purple versus Ponda, and then Purple versus Elov. And then we're not going to stream tomorrow, Wednesday, so you guys are going to have a day off. And then on Thursday, we will be watching 3 sets. And I don't know what they are yet. I don't know which team I will be following. I would expect that it's not going to be Purple and it's not going to be Leverage. I'm assuming that I'm going to get a different team, but not entirely sure. So yes, 2 matches today, best of 7, and then 3 matches on Thursday. And then Friday will continue. That'll be the start of round robin number 2. And so we are going to have another 2 and then 2 and then 3. So the schedule I did post in my Discord. It is in the important things. That's the schedule for top 8. And you guys can catch that there. And yeah, make sure to join my Discord if you're not in there already. Wide camera? I can't do wide camera right now, unfortunately. I should probably turn all that stuff off. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Funny haha, but unfortunately during these tournament streams, I cannot accommodate requests for channel points. Just because I have to be completely focused on the tournament at hand, so cannot do that, unfortunately. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and refund you there, Wowbow. You should have already received your refund at this point. and I'll turn these things off. I'll keep on stuff like posture check and timeout James, but wide camera replays 1v1s, that's all gotta go off, unfortunately. Okay, should be all set there. Sorry about that, WoW Bao. I know you're excited. Top 16 playing in 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I forgot about that as well. So while this tournament's going on, we've actually also got our invite. Here we are. Purple on the left, Ponda on the right. Good to know. I should also look at the maps. But top 16 is playing, so thanks for the reminder, WoW Bao. Top 16 is playing. That's going to be Anvu, Rival, Chump, Nox, Fates, Poker, Venti, and E-Girl, who barely missed out on top 8. This is going to be fun. Unfortunately, this is not going to be streamed. I haven't yet heard if top 16 grand finals will be streamed. There is a time set apart for that. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I may cover it, I may not. A lot's going on this week, so I may or may not decide to do that. That would be... When would that be? I actually... Let's see, I have my schedule open. Looks like that's going to be the 19th. That would be one of my break days. That's going to be Saturday. That's a maybe. Solid maybe on if I want to stream that or not. Saturday. So that's a thing. And then also top 32 is going on at the same time as well. Although, that should be teams in place 17 through 32, but only 7 of them actually signed up. So a little bit less competitive, unfortunately. So there's going to be 7 teams. Of course, my homies in Quacked are in there, so we'll see how that goes for them. Hopefully we can see some success there. But yes, that's going to be the overview of the tournament. We can go ahead and join the training room now, so I'm going to go ahead and swap to the proper overlay. And we can take a look at our teams here. On the left, we have Purple, who's already got their tanks on chosen. Ooh, before I do this, actually, let me go ahead real quick. This is going to look ugly. I apologize. I want to see what maps we got. So we're going to be watching the maps Black Goldville, Winter Melanovka, Canal, and then Rockfield for a tiebreaker. So I'm really hoping it goes to at least 5 or 6 games. I love watching Canal. But those are our map lineups. Looks like in the meantime, Ponda has joined the training room as well. We are seeing some E5s already busted out from Ponda, so something that we saw a little bit of yesterday with the leverage games, but Ponda didn't run a ton of. Looks like we may see a couple here or there. Purple going hard at the Crown Vons. Shout out to Droodles. Yeah. Also, Mods, I'm guessing you've done the predictions at this point, but yes, predictions. Looks like AJ... Oh, you guys have already done it. Oh, wow, perfect. Good stuff, y'all. Appreciate you. And plenty of time for that. Okay, so we've got, yeah, potentially 5 Kronvons here in Black Goldville, 4 or 5 of them. This is a fun map. I do like watching this one because it's not played conventionally. Normally in pubs you see, you know, everyone going caves and all that, but that's not needed on Black Goldville. I will expect, though, with Purple running 4 Krons, they are probably going to be running mostly caves. That's my guess. You can have a couple Krons kind of in between B and C as a little bit of a reset for the B base, but other than that, they're probably not as effective in the town area. There's a couple hills when it gets to the very corner, but I would be surprised to see if they go that way. We got 1 T100 LT2 types to round out the team. Honda also bringing a light tank of their own, and only 2 Kronvons. 1 type, though, only 1 type for their team, and they've got IS4s and Krons in there, as well as an E5 Pafalupi rounding that one up. I know he tends to play a lot of American tanks, which is weird. Whenever Pondo wants a Yo, it's usually Pafalupi in the Yo. Seems like he's their E5 player as well. Betting 3,500 against myself, because either way I still win. Akame, you're a genius. Okay, guys, 30 seconds left until the games begin. Everyone's already placed their bets. Looks like a lot of people have put points into either team, so Purple and Ponda both receiving a decent amount of points. That's exciting. Very cool. But yeah, 20 seconds left. I'm excited for this set. If it's anything like yesterday's games, Ponda versus Leverage, and then Elevate versus Leverage, we're bound to have a really exciting top 8. We've already had some really good ones. There haven't been any 4-0s yet from what I've seen. So that's going to be good. I am excited for this one. All right, guys, let's get it. Alright, here we are. Game number 1, Purple versus Panda 07 to start off. Very nice. Here we go. It's like right away, Panda is going more towards the A side, with a Kron Von potentially looking towards the B area. And Purple actually not doing what I expected. I expected to see more caves with maybe a little bit of a emphasis on resetting the B base. But no, they're not even going to send their T100 LT out for initial spots. Panda will grab theirs out. He's not going to light a whole lot. Actually, wait. I was looking in the wrong area of the screen. No, Purple does get lit up right away, actually. 4 tanks spotted. Good work there from Steven, putting one into Mandalorian. Purple will get the cap advantage, though, getting right into the C base. Nikame, who's a little bit isolated right now, but not easily pushed quite yet. Panda doesn't have their tanks aggressive enough to do anything to him at the moment, so Akame is just chilling right now. Looks like Panda... They do spot Teddy all the way back in the C base, though, so interesting how Pagman, when they was able to get a spot in there, he did unload his clip. Ooh, I forgot to reset the scores, y'all. Oopsie. There we go. There we go. Glad I caught that before it was too long. But here we go, guys. Looks like Purple is starting to rotate back. We've got IJ, the noob player of Purple team. Now he's a friend. I'm going to be roasting this guy a lot this tournament. It's not out of hate, it's out of love. I'm going to be making sure that every single mistake he makes, I'm going to highlight it. It's going to be great. We're going to have a compilation of this guy failing. Honestly, I should just leave the camera on him. Oh, I'm messing. I'm just messing, of course. But Purple is starting to rotate a little bit more towards the A side. They haven't fully committed yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of tanks rotating back around. Work ethic in the T100 LT. Looks like Button did get spotted, so somebody lit him. I don't know if it was Skips, Jory, somebody else, but Purple is starting to bring tanks over there, and will Panda respond to it? Looks like they haven't quite moved anyone around a whole lot. They're still pretty non-committal, playing mostly towards the rear. We've got Pafalupi, J-Toss, Skips, Jory, and Pagman, all relatively centralized. Looks like the furthest extending tank here is going to be Steven in the T100, of course. Tank has excellent camo, and you are able to afford to do so in a tank like that one. Hit points in slight favor of Panda, although really the only reason is because they have tanks like IS-4s that just have a lot more hit points. And so that's going to bring them up by a bit. But it looks like Panda will step onto the B base. It's going to be J-Ta. And will Purple be able to have any resets? They were in position to do so. Yes, looks like Burby does get the shot in. Takes one Ichi in return. And he's going to start trying to clip out J-Ta. Jory and Burby both putting in shots, but Mandalorian's going to get in there and see if he can start clipping out the Panda tanks in the B base as well. At the same time, looks like Work Ethic grabbing the A base from Panda. So they are going to have 2 caps, and Panda doesn't have anything yet. They're still trying to grab B. Pagaman and Steven actually moving in on Teddy, who is now in a 2-on-1 scenario. He is most likely going to get picked off here. And it doesn't look like Purple has a whole lot of support here. Maybe they need to rotate and push into Jory and J-Ta, and J-Ta already looking pretty low. And Teddy is just bleeding and bleeding, but at the same time, Purple is up by around 2,000 on the hit points. Looks like Pagman's actually taking significant bleeds. Even though there's this little 2v1 going on here, and Steven not being able to pen the shots in the 2v1, Teddy's just going to keep putting these shots in. That's a beefy one, 458. In the meantime, it looks like we are seeing a push right into the B base. Akame stepping into B briefly, Button going in, and Jory getting some good hit point sharing in on J-Ta. Even Steven actually does go down. Looks like Work Ethic did rotate all the way back to the C base to get that. Jisoo with a little bit of a jump there on Jory. Holy cow, and we've got lots of action here. Pagman did go down off camera, but so did J-Ta and Jory. It is a 6-on-4 now for Purple. Looking very good. And Work Ethic, who is now rotating back around to help Burby with this little 2v1 against Pafalupi here. Sorry I wasn't able to catch this on camera, but there was just too much going on in the middle. That's going to secure it. Purple able to get those kills, winning on 1,000 cap points. That's a 1-0 lead for Purple. Did y'all expect that? I don't know if y'all expected that. That was good, honestly. I mean, really good bleeds. I was scared that Panda was going to be able to reset B, but those Kronvons getting there just in time to get those resets, bleeding out Panda by quite a bit. They couldn't respond, and the 2v1 that they had in the corner against Teddy V didn't really work out too well, and they did end up getting the kill, but didn't get a whole lot out of it. Steven wasn't able to survive that, in fact. Nor was Pagaman, so really failed counter push there from Panda. Didn't really make any plays towards the caps that entire game. There you go, guys. Game number 2 spawns will swap here. And here we go. So game number 2 looks like purple is running the same lineup right now. Burby may swap tanks, but other than that, things look the same. Honda actually electing to bring a Vickers CR now instead of a T100 LT. That's a tank that we haven't really seen at all. And I'm surprised why they would bring a Vickers that tanks role ever since the update 9.1, rebalancing the tanks in tier 10. The Vickers kind of lost its role as the best scouting tank. It used to have the best view range bar none in tier 10, and really the entire game it was the best scouting tank, but that now belongs to the Sheridan. And now the Vickers role has kind of been reduced, and I'm curious to see what they'll use it for. Maybe it's the HE, trying to see if it can win a 1v1 against the T100 LT by having that HE, but not entirely clear what its purpose is going to be. Honda dropping one of their IS4s for a Type 71. And then, of course, bringing the Vickers instead. Otherwise, an unchanged lineup for Ponda. Of course, this is a pretty flexible strategy. You can go basically anywhere where you want to. With these tanks, that's kind of what the meta is right now. It's these really flexible heavy tanks that can do just about anything that you want. Also, it looks like purple actually dropped a crown for an IS-7 there. IS-7 could be used for a quick cap of the B base. We'll see how that gets used. It could absolutely be doing anything here. Curious to see where they bring it. Now actually going more towards A, potentially a scout in the Aves area. Purple does seem to be pivoting more towards A. Honda doing a similar strat, a little bit non-committal, but they will finally bring a couple types all the way to the C side, so it looks like that is where they would like to focus their gameplay on. There's plenty of tanks in the middle, just as they had last game, looks like. Work Ethic not going to spot anything on this side of the map. Will he get right into the A base, or wait a little bit for more direction from his team? Nothing has been spotted yet on the Ponda side. The only tank spotted so far this game has been Akame, who is sitting in the middle. Looks like we are going to see Work Ethic get onto the A base. This will be a cap lead for purple. Just like the previous game, Akame is spotted again, this time seeing Jory there. Each team sneaking an HE shot, but Akame is doing much more damage there. Beautiful. We do see the caps, even now the double cap of the C base for Ponda. It looks like, what's Pagman doing? Is Pagman just going for a early little support here on Paflupi? Oh, it looks like purple's actually rotated straight towards Paflupi already. He's already got 3 tanks on him. Work Ethic, Button, and Teddy. So Jory turning around, Pagman turning around. We are going to see Ponda move back for the defense here. A couple of nice bleeds, though. Looks like we do see some good spots from the Kronvons in the middle for purple. They are actually able to get significant bleeds onto D-Chan and Skips, who are both rotating back in for the defense. I really like this position that Burby's in here. He's actually quite difficult to dig out. He's got these little pipes on him. It would take a push from around the rear in order to get that. J-Ta may actually attempt to go for it, but no. Skips is continuing to bleed out here. And purple's just got really nice crossfire here. They've got Teddy and Button all the way on the left side. They've got Burby on the right side. The Kronvons all the way over here. They're actually going to potentially make a play for J-Ta. Looks like these guys are actually getting themselves a little bit distracted here. Honda bringing in a couple tanks in here, but at the same time, they've kind of hung out Teddy and Button to dry. I really think purple could have responded to this a little bit better. They may end up losing a couple tanks here for it. Looks like they're going to see if they can pick off Pagman first, though. Looking back to the middle of the map, yeah, Teddy's still going down by quite a bit. And Pagman may actually fall to Teddy here. Does he? Yes, he does so. Purple has started making a play here. They've already bled out J-Ta quite significantly. Mandalorian trying to sneak in the kill there. That's one shot. Instead, they're turning their attention to Jory now. Tedley did finally go down off camera, and Burby's surrounded by 2 Type 71s himself. It actually looks like even Steven did beat Work Ethic in a little 1 versus 1 action there, but big bleeds into Jory is going to give purple the advantage once again, and even though the tanks are even, the hit point differential is just too big. Burby falls, so it's a 4-on-5 technically. We see that Ponda is winning there, and he's actually going to get a sneaky shot into G, who's not paying any attention there, but oh my goodness, wait, the hit points are being brought back a little bit, but there's just too much left for purple, honestly. They've got 4,000 as compared to 1. Button may take another shot here. No, Paflupi not even hitting that. He's going to fall momentarily. D-Chan trying to sneak in a little brawl against Mandalorian. He's going to hit his shot. He goes down. Button actually bouncing on Paflupi. Steven still farming from the rear. He's actually going to pick up the kill on Button. Caps are at 700 now, but again, there's just way too many hit points left here for purple. Steven will actually pick up the kill on G here as well, so we do have a 2-on-2. Akame gets the nice kill on J-Ta. And Steven's going to see if he can actually pick up Akame here. Oh my goodness, wait, Akame might not actually reel it in time. Yeah, Steven does get the kill, so it's a 1-on-1 at the end of the game here, but Mandalorian's got himself a full clip, and it's not going to be very easy for Steven to run away for long. Of course, Mandalorian knows where he is right now. They do spot each other. Steven getting into B, but running right away from it. And this could be a sneaky situation where Steven's actually going to try to snag base A from purple. And this could actually be quite tricky, and Ponda could absolutely clutch this one out, because if Mandalorian goes to defend the A base... Yeah, wait. All that Steven has to do, he doesn't even have to grab the A base, he just has to stop it long enough for Ponda to have the cap lead. But here's Mandalorian. And will Steven be able to sit in it long enough? No, he's actually going to drive right on through. Purple still maintaining that cap lead here. Steven's starting to get cornered a little bit. Mandalorian with actually a very good position here. Both tanks briefly go unspotted. Again, Steven does have just a couple minutes here. He has to maintain the cap lead for Ponder. He actually has to grab the cap lead back. He's going to drive right towards Mandalorian. He takes one hit. Mandalorian going to put in that second. There we go. And unfortunate that Steven was not able to clutch up in the 1v1. That was scary, but definitely doable. Unfortunately, though, the pathing wasn't direct enough. He didn't have enough time to sit in the A base. Purple was able to chase him out and then secure the kill. And Purple actually with a 2-0 lead on Ponda to open things up. Who saw this one coming? Who saw this one coming? And a 2-0 lead. Akame with top damage there. Well done. Steven almost clutching it up. He got 4 kills there. So looks like the Vickers was effective at cleaning it up. But unfortunately not quite enough there. Now, Purple with a 2-0 lead. Now, yesterday we did see, I think it was Leverage having a 2-0 lead on Ponda, and Ponda did equalize. So maybe they have the chance to do the same again today. We are on Wintermal now. This is a map that we haven't seen yet this tournament. It looks like on Wintermal we are still going to see plenty of Krons for Purple, but maybe not quite 4 of them. Ponda subbing players out, it seems. There we go. Okay, Apple is in now. Or is it Market? I don't know. Someone got subbed in. But they are going to run a T100 LT here. Got rid of the Vickers. Unfortunately, Steven not able to clutch it up. They will keep pathing in the E5, though. Seems like they are believers in the tank. Purple keeping that IS-7 as well. They've actually not changed their lineup at all as of right now. Maybe Work Ethic will ready up. Maybe he won't. But yeah, he actually brings a Kron, so no light tanks here for Purple. 4 Krons, 2 types, and an IS-7. Whereas Ponda will keep the T100, bring in 3 types, 1 Kron, 1 IS-4. Respectable, honestly. I am surprised that we're not going to see a light tank here from Purple, because I feel like this is a pretty good map where you can rotate well and get that nice vision. But at the same time, at the end of the day, a lot of the time this map does come down to those... does come down to those close brawls in the town. And in that case, it would be advantageous to have an extra heavy tank in the mix here, and that's what Purple's going to bet on. This does mean that they will have to relinquish one of the sides of the map for sure, which will give the light tank a free capture, essentially, but they can totally fight off of it. The only concern I have is if one of the teams commits a little bit too hard towards the C side. Looks like Purple will be bringing their tanks there, but they also don't seem to be heavily committed towards C. Ponda, on the other hand, looks like they are committing very heavily towards the A-base. Marketman going for some initial spots, not quite lighting anything yet. Of course, you wouldn't expect to in the opening seconds of the game because Purple doesn't have any light tanks that would spawn over here. But he's sitting here long enough, and I think he's now content with the fact that Purple is not in the area. He's going to sit right onto the A-base. He will do so. It looks like Steven's going to try to spot out the B area, see if Purple's going to go so risky as to put a tank in B. Also, interesting spot that Birdie is in now. What the heck is he doing? He just dropped all the way in here. He's taken 1 hit so far, but he spotted 5 tanks from Ponda, and it looks like they are where... Ooh, wait, that's everyone. That is everybody from Ponda spotted, and they are going to crash right in on Birdie. Purple not quite ready to respond to this. They do grab 2 bases. how will Ponda execute on this? I mean, Burby, honestly, he's not terribly unsafe. Purple is in the area now, and they've brought their heavies in. The only issue now is I think if Apple's able to get around to the rear of Burby, it won't be very easy for Purple to deal with. So they're going to push more into the enemy spawn. J-Tot and Steven and Puffy are all going to meet him up, though. He will get himself out of that situation for the time being, but Skips is going to make a push. But no, he's getting farmed out in the rear from Jay here and Akame. He's already down to a one-shot. Teddy's actually going to be blocking him from pushing further into Burby. He will pick up the kill, but Teddy picks up Skips in return, so big bleeds there and got a nice kill out of it, Purple did. Now they have a sneaky little push here on Ponda. It looks like Mandalorian's got his full clip. He's going to go right for Pagman here. Akame trying to join the fight. He's going to go for Pagman as well. But even Steven's got his clip ready. He's going to go for Mandalorian. He's not going to survive this one either. Mandalorian did already dump the clip, though, so that's good for him. Right now, Purple not looking terribly bad. They are down about 1,400 on the hit points, but they do pick up the kills, so we are even here. Looks like a Market Man trying to farm from the rear. He's actually going to find himself against Jay here, Jisoo. As Ponda starting to put bleeds into Button here, and Steven's already reloaded his clip nearly completely here in the Kronvon. That's going to be some devastating damage. Whereas Purple's Krons are all pretty low on the shots. Kame reloading his first, Work Ethic only on his second. Button does fall, as does Puffy. So we are going to see a 4-on-4 scenario here, and looks like Jay may be trying to push away Market Man. He's going to step into the C base potentially. We do have the cap lead for Purple. They're at 800 points, but Market Man is going to stop that from happening. And Jay seems to be a little disconnected. He's not sure whether or not he wants to push Market Man or help out the rest of the team. The hit points are dead even right now. But I think Jay's just going to see if he can catch Market Man off guard. Jay is spotted. Market Man isn't. But he's just banking on the fact that he's going to get himself spotted at some point. And it looks like, actually, in the meantime, Ponda actually picked up a kill over here. Akame should be able to get this one here on Steven, though. But now he's going to be killed by Apple and J-Ta. He's got no shots left in the clip. And Teddy, who's going all the way to the A base, looks like Purple is banking on winning this one on caps as opposed to hit points. So it looks like Ponda is around doubling the hit points now. Nice extra last shot into J-Ta before falling. 900 points now for Ponda, and they're going to have to stop the A base and the B base here. While Jay is still fighting against Market Man, who's actually been able to evade for as long as he did. Jay looking away for some reason and missing the shot. What a throw. What the heck? You got to be looking at Market Man the whole time. He's going to be able to pick up the kill now for sure. Jay rolling right off the base. We're at 990 points. But Market Man picking up the kill just in time. Now we're at 960. The C base is rolling now. It's a 1-on-3, and Teddy's goal is to hold the A base, but it looks like he's going to do it in time. Ponda did not quite commit to grabbing the bases, and Teddy with the 1 versus 3 clutch just by staying alive, and Purple's going to take the 3-0 win. I don't understand why Ponda didn't try to stop the A and the B base. Or is it the C and the B base? Whatever. I don't remember all the letters. Anyway, Ponda did not stop the bases. They didn't make any attempt to, it seemed. Holy cow. And Teddy staying alive there. I mean, honestly, although I really think Jisoo could have definitely played that one a lot better against the light tank, at the end of the day, he kept the tank alive, or kept his tank alive long enough to distract Market Man. 1 on the capture points. Very interesting. And Purple's up 3-0 against Ponda. How many of you expected this? Are we going to see our first 4-0 of the tournament? It could happen right here and right now. Actually, no, I lied. This is not the first 4-0. Yesterday, Apex did in fact 4-0 straight. That's an inaccuracy. Earlier I said that there haven't been any 4-0s, but straight did lose 4-0 to Apex yesterday. So, my fault. That was inaccurate, but I digress. I mean, no one expected Purple to 4-0 Ponda, who is a top 8 contender team. I mean, a top 4 contender team. Arguably the better of the two if we want to look at how things have gone so far through this entire tournament. But Purple showing that, maybe they're not quite as bad as people say they are. They're playing very well right now. And even though, of course, that could have been a little bit cleaner. Honestly, I think it was really interesting how they kind of sacrificed Burby like that for those initial spots. Spotted all 7 from Ponda and they were able to react to it appropriately. Now looking at tanks here, it looks like Purple dropping one of their, was it a type that they dropped for this E100? They've got an E100 in the mix now. And bringing their light tank back, so we will see a little bit of a change here. Ponda not changing a whole lot. They've got 2 Krons and IS-4 2 types, an E5 and a T100 LT, so they might have changed the tank, but I don't remember exactly which one it was. It's close enough to the same exact lineup here. Uh-oh. I readied up, so looks like maybe my game is lagging a little bit. Let's go, I'm gonna go ahead and restart the game here. Hopefully this will be okay. I have done this a couple times so far this tournament, and it's all worked out so far. Haven't had any issues with it, so I will continue. Hopefully we should be all set here. Yeah, purple with a 3-0 lead right now. That's kind of crazy. Panda's going to have to fight back perfectly if they want to win this one. Now, sadly, what this means is that we may not get to see Canal, which is a map that I was excited to watch. Because that's a fun one. You do typically tend to see a lot of more unconventional tanks on that map than any other. Looks like Work Ethic going to be spotting the A side, similar to what Marketman did last game on this spawn. But Marketman not actually going to do that now, maybe taking more of a gamble, playing towards the B area, seeing if he can get spots in this way. Hopefully he doesn't run into Burby running the E100 with that big 640 alpha gun. He's going to situate himself in this bush here, and if Marketman is a little bit greedy, doesn't spot him right away, this could be a big disaster here. Maybe he'll spot Jta? No, hasn't spotted Jta. But we will see the capture lead here, though, for Panda. They do double onto base C here. We will finally see Work Ethic grabbing A, but Panda does have the base advantage now. Nothing's really been spotted yet. Still a lot of shuffling around to be done here. Button and Akame in the double crowns here. I'm going to be playing a defensive position, blocking Panda from pushing through towards purple spawn, and what this could mean. Hopefully Panda doesn't corner themselves a little bit too much. It looks like they've got plenty of tanks situated in their own spawn to do something similar. Skips is here. Steven is ready to support. Oftentimes the biggest mistake that I see played on this map is that a team will corner themselves into the C area and then get themselves completely surrounded. The enemy team that's taking B and A has really all the time in the world to make whatever push they want to, and it's very difficult to be able to sustain that sort of push when you're just trapped in the corner. However, that doesn't seem to be the issue for Panda right now. Not saying that it is. They've got plenty of tanks in their own spawn. They're not fully committed over here. And in fact, they're starting to relinquish the C area a little bit more. The only tank that they have here is actually going to be Sherman, who's starting to vacate as well. Potentially lining up a counter push here. Yes, it's actually going to be Mandalorian spotting all of these Panda tanks, and he is lit himself. But Panda does not care. They're in fact going to be making a very hard push straight for Mandalorian. Poffy does get tracked, and it looks like Purple does have tanks in the middle that are ready for counter push. They're going to get onto B, they're going to get onto C. I think they've accepted the fact that Mandalorian is going to go down here. He's just to survive as long as he can. Hopefully put in a good amount of damage, but he misses one shot so far. And Paffalupi's taken a couple blades, but I like how Skips is here to kind of cut off the push. Kind of push from happening. He's trying to put in those shots. Mandalorian will go down, but actually, yeah, looks like Paffalupi's taken a good amount of blades in order to give Purple a little bit of compensation here. Now, if they were smart, they would be pushing onto Sherman and Jta. But Purple taking a little bit of time to do so. That's actually going to allow Skips and Steven to get some counterplay here on Burby, who has kind of been hung out now. And these double clips here are actually probably going to be enough to take Burby out entirely. Big shots from Steven, Skips, Hagaman as well from the other side. Burby getting hung now as well. 2,000 hit point lead and 2 tanks lead here for Panda. They are finally going to lose Sherman in just a moment. Jisoo hitting his shots. Button missing his, though. There we go. Work Ethic picking up the kill, so we do see counterplay here from Purple. However, Panda getting into the B base now. They are going to maintain that capture point lead. Marketman heading towards C, going to stop that point, and now it's going to be Purple who is going to be very down on the capture points. They're down a tank. They're not going to have any bases in just a moment here. Marketman stopping C, and Panda just has too many strengths now. They've got the tanks, they've got the hit points, they've got the caps, and really the only healthy tank on the Purple team is going to be Jay here. But he's quite isolated. The rest of the team isn't quite ready to support. Teddy, Akame, Button. Looks like Akame and Button are going for a bit of a counter push here on Jta. They both have full clips and should be able to take the tank out, but no, Akame missing a shot. Unfortunate play there. And that's actually going to allow Jta to survive here. Yeah, he would have been taken out if Akame hit that shot. Instead, Button's going to fall. Pagman's going to prevent that kill from occurring. And Panda's going to win it on the capture points here. Teddy going down at the last second. Jay had already fallen previously to the push. Panda does find themselves in the scoreboard now. They're going to need a lot of momentum, of course, to continue this, because this is a crazy set so far. Purple with the upset, 3-0 lead. Honda starting to equalize. They have to play perfectly if they want to find themselves winning this one. Again, guys, the loser goes down 0-3, and that would be a horrible start for the first 2 days of top 8. You would really need to claw yourselves back in order to find any success. On the plus side, we get to see some more exciting games here between Purple and Ponda, and we're going to do so on my favorite competitive map to watch, Canal. Now, this is a fun one. It's hard to say, you know, what the strategy is. Obviously, the north spawn is a lot closer to the B base, south spawn is closer to C, and you do tend to see that, you know, if you grab the B base, more often than not, you can get away with A. And if you get C, more often than not, you can get D. But at the same time, D has some really nice resets on C. So if the north spawn were to randomly make a hard play for D and potentially see if they could get a reset on the C base, that could be completely scary for the team who's taking C. But at the same time, there's lots of counterplay on both sides. It's a very large map. There's a lot of cover, a lot of opportunity for sneaky maneuvers and tactics and rotations. I think it's a fun one. Unfortunately, we're not really seeing any crazy tanks other than a TVP, first TVP that we have seen, and so Purple is going to be running something slightly unconventional. In addition to the TVP, they've got 2 T100s, so a very mobile and fast lineup here for Purple. Honda keeping things relatively simple, running types and E5s with 1 T100 LT. It's absolutely vital to run a light tank on this map, I would say. This is probably one of the most important, if not the most important. Light tanks are super strong here. You can get into bushes, spot entire areas of the map without getting detected yourself. It's a very good skill, very good asset to have on your team, I should say. And Purple's going to be taking that to the extreme, running not only 2 T100s, but also that TVP, which will be used for that damage output. What's up, everyone in the chat, by the way? Welcome, welcome. These are some good sets that we're getting so far. Is my internet lagging? Uh-oh. Hope my stream isn't lagging too bad. Yeah, looks like Purple will indeed go more towards the B base, Honda, C, and D. Kind of what was expected here. Interestingly enough, though, Teddy's actually going to drive right through the B base, try to get into the little dip here, and get some quick spotting action. He doesn't actually light anything, though. Ponda's still completely unspotted. They've actually grabbed the C base entirely, while finally getting to B. But Market Man from Ponda getting straight into the D base, and that's actually going to be a very quick double cap here for Ponda. Going to take a little bit more time for Purple to grab the base themselves. They've got all the light tanks and a Kame over here as well. So we do see 2 capture points for each team. Honda does have the advantage, and this map is a little bit tricky in the sense that pushing is not an easy thing to do. Teddy getting some nice bleeds into him. Looks like J-Ta had a nice shot there, as well as Pafalupi. So 2 good bleeds there from Honda. As I was saying, this could be a tricky map to push on, because the map is so large, but there's such good ability for either team to spot and kind of predict the push ahead of time. Looks like Teddy actually does get spotted again. He's moved over to where Skips is. Hagman actually quite isolated here. And this could be a potential source of weakness for Purple, but at the same time, I don't expect Hagman to get detected for a long time. This is more of a sneaky play than anything. It looks like Sherman's taking a hit here. So has Jay. Market Man sneaking one in. Very nice. He's actually unspotted still. So good play from the T100 here. He's going to put another one in. Missing that, actually. Doesn't get spotted there either, though. And Jisoo and Mandalorian still peeking this area. Market Man still getting those bleeds in. He is spotted again. Going for blind shots now. Maybe not the play that you want to do in your heavy tank. And he's still sitting there. Not a good play. You gotta fall back. He's taking another bleed. After you take one shot from there, that should be enough information for you to fall back. Like, look how far away Market Man is from this bush. There is no shot in hell that he's going to get spotted. And he just keeps putting in the shot after shot after shot. Mandalorian and Jay both getting spotted here, and they have no response to this. Jay's just falling right back. Skip's going to put a shot into him. Immediate source of weakness here from Purple, and Ponda's going to exploit it to the max. They've already put 5 tanks right here, just to put punishes in. 4 tanks, rather. But Jay already a 2-shot. Mandalorian a 2-shot. Immediate bleeds here. And now Purple just doesn't have the ability to push. They need to get a capture point lead here. But they've got 2 tanks that are within 2 shots, 1 shot. Mandalorian goes down! What the hell is Purple thinking? After you take the first shot or two, like, I understand if you get a bleed in, but you need to respond to that. And still sitting there and allowing those bleeds to occur. Like, yes, you do expose yourself in theory to Skips here, and it looks like that is what happened. Skips is putting a shot into Jay, which made him want to drive forward, but at the same time, is it better to get shot from Skips, or is it better to get shot from Market Man plus all of those other types that were set up over there? You have to know when to take your trades and when to cut your losses. And unfortunately, Purple not only down a tank, but 3,000 hit points and well over 100 capture points here. And it's going to be very difficult for them to finesse a win here. Their only win condition is to somehow stop the C base. But Ponda's got quite a defense. As I had said earlier, the D side has very good overlook of C. And Steven can look directly into Button right here, who's sitting onto C. He's going to see if he can get a nice clip into Sherman. But no, Steven's going to have a shot into Button. Jaytaw's going to have a shot. Looks like Pagman and Skips do as well. And that's another kill going down. And looks like completely out of steam here is Purple. They've got nothing left here. Ponda going to take this one as well. And all of a sudden, what was once a 3-0 advantage for Purple is now only a 1-game difference. And things are looking much more viable here for Ponda. They can absolutely pull this off still. Very good. Was this? I am very surprised to see that. Purple was looking extremely strong in the opening, but unfortunately that was some not very good play there from Purple. Very sloppy indeed. So many bleeds in the opening. Unfortunately just took a very bad position and refused to leave the very bad position. You know, instead of sinking the cost and leaving, unfortunately, Purple losing the game to that. Now looks like the spawns are going to swap here, and we will see Honda running those E5s. No, they're just one E5, but they will bust out 2 T100 LTs now. Seems like maybe the north spawn is the way to go with 2 T100s. Ooh, we're going to see Purple running a Batchat and 2 T100s now. I didn't actually see. I'm going to check really quickly. This is going to look awkward for you guys. Let me swap here. I just want to see what the TVP did. I didn't watch the TVP. He only did 800 damage, so really nothing there. They're going to run a Batchat instead, and maybe that will work better. 2 Batchats, taking a play from the Book of Eliv, who used that to defeat Leverage in a game. Very interesting. Wow, okay, so we're seeing a 113 as well. First 113 we're seeing of the night. Honda again keeping things simple, but there's no real reason for them to run anything crazy. They won last game with a very simple strategy of finding Purple's weakness, which was the B area, and then completely exploiting it. Well played to Market Man as well for getting those blades in. I didn't really give him enough credit for that, because that was excellent. The way that he was using that bush, it was beautiful. But here we are, y'all. Game number 6. This could go to a tiebreaker. All of a sudden, things are looking real scary for Ponda. Will they clutch it out, or are they going to choke it? Holy. Here we go, y'all. Game number 6, and looks like Purple will be going towards the D area. They've got their T100 and both Batchats doing so, hoping to see if they could get some quick clears from Ponda. But no, Ponda's going to drive right into B. They're actually going to drive right through B? No. They're just going to sit in the base. Teddy going right over the bridge in the IS. Oh, what's Teddy gonna do? Not actually looking to even put a shot into Jaytaw. He absolutely had an easy shot. Looks like maybe the goal there was to see if Ponda would put any light tanks in this area and then cut them off from leaving, put a bleed in. Unfortunately, it didn't quite happen. We will see the cap lead from Purple, though, so they do take it. 2 bases each team. Ponda will grab A with both T100s plus an E5 in the corner, and now they're going to continue to push forward. It looks like Button is doing a somewhat similar thing to what we saw last game, where we saw a tank sneaking around here. However, though, Button quite in the open as opposed to playing far back, and it looks like Purple just hung a tank straight up. Ponda's got everyone here. Purple's not ready to respond, and Button's just as good as dead immediately. Looks like we're going to see the Batchats try to go for a couple bleeds here. Are they going to get them, though? No. They just straight up lost a tank. They have a couple bleeds on Steven and Pac-Man to make up for it so that the hit points are like 1,000 apart. But like what we saw last game, Ponda put Pac-Man all the way back here and he didn't get spotted out very quickly. Button's all the way forward here and just instantly getting deleted. Ponda with the extremely aggressive play here. Now all of a sudden, Teddy's not looking so pretty in his position. Work ethic, playing campy in the T100 LT, seeing if he can get some good bleeds on this side of the map. He's not going to notice anything quite yet. Yeah, Purple's just straight up down a tank, down 1,000 hit points. He's going to see if he can get some bleeds here, but what this is looking like to me is that he's got nowhere to back up to. It's going to take a very long time for him to find any cover when he backs up. What's Ponda doing in the meantime? Looks like they've still got Steven in the middle here. Marketman and Skip seem to be rotating back around to see if they can absorb something from Purple, and they're actually going to send Work Ethic right across, and what's going to happen to him? Skip's missing the shot. Marketman's going to put in his, but Work Ethic's going to find himself... Ooh, big shots into Markman, actually. Holy cow, Work Ethic may be able to pick it up. No, not after taking those bleeds, though. Here's Sherman as well. Work Ethic could be able to pick this one up, though. Does he get it? Yes, he does. So Work Ethic does pick up a tank at the same time. Purple does have 3 bases. They stepped into the B base with those 2 bad chats as well, and maybe they're going to make a play onto Skips now. Burby quite low, though. They're going to have to get those pickups very quickly here, and Burby's just going to try to run himself away from here. Is he going to get killed, though? Skips wasn't able to hit a shot, nor is Pac-Man, and actually Skips does go down. Looks like the attention is going to be turned now to Akame, who is a one-shot. Burby, who goes down. Teddy, who's sitting in the middle of the map here. J-Taw's going to be able to pick this one up as well. He does so. Actually, it looks like, yeah, it was J-Taw. Steven did fall at the same time, but we've got a 3-on-4 situation. And although Jisoo is full health here, Akame's quite low. He's going to get picked up immediately. Down he goes. 2-on-4 now. Mandalorian's going to get himself surrounded here. And although he's starting to reload his clip, he's still got a long way to go there. Sherman's just going to go right around, sneak into the D base, try to stop any chance for the capture points to become an issue here for Ponda. And as soon as they get the kill on Mandalorian, things are going to be looking a lot better. Jay's trying instead to see if he can get a clear on Pac-Man, but Pac-Man expertly evading here. J-Taw stopping the B base, but at the same time preventing G from pushing forward here. Down goes Mandalorian, and now it's a 1-on-4 scenario. And Ponda go from being down 3-0 to equalizing the set here against Purple. Wow. What a big turn of events. How many of y'all saw this coming? And we're back to a tiebreaker. 7-game set here. Who's going to take it? Oh, man. Yikers, guys. It's getting scary. It's getting scary. How did those bad chats do? Not particularly well. Burby with 1 shot of damage in that game. Kame did a little bit better, but that was not effective, unfortunately. They were not used to clean up the way that we saw Elevate do yesterday on Molendyke. And now all of a sudden we're to Rockfield, game number 7. Now, last game, of course, Purple made the mistake of straight up hanging a tank. Hopefully, they don't make the same mistake again. Oh, looks like I forgot to mute alerts. Thanks for the sub, Stump. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Holy cow. But yeah, Purple, they got to clean it up. And they're going to do so running 5 Cron Bonds, a bad chat, potentially an IS-4 on top. Yeah. We're seeing 6 Clippers here from Purple. That could be immense damage output very quickly. But then once they unload those clips, it's going to be a very long and slow death for Purple, if that does occur. However, any slow in the battle, of course, gives those Cron Bonds an opportunity to reload those clips, and then it's deadly once again. Very scary stuff here for Purple, though. They're on the back foot now. Ponda has all the momentum to take this set. They've won the past 3 games. But what will it come down to ultimately? Ponda is going to keep the E5, keep 1T100 LT, 2 Cron Bonds. They're running basically the same lineup game after game, and it seems to be working quite well for them. It's very flexible. It allowed them to rotate when necessary. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to describe this anymore. This is just quite a bonkers set. Whoever wins this one, obviously, very impressive. But to think that these are 2 of the teams that haven't won a single set yet, and they're both playing extremely crazy. Holy cow. I'm excited for this last game. It is 3-3 now. Game number 7, Purple versus Ponda. This is to take it. I'm going to step away really quick to grab a drink. we go. Game number 7. The only one that matters now, apparently, since it comes all down to it. And purple, potentially risking it all here with a quick play onto the B base. Is Ponda ready for it? That's the question. They've got their 200 LT, driving straight towards the C area, seeing if he can get any spots in. Coming driving into B, that's going to tell Ponda, okay, that's a green light to take C, and they do so. Looks like work ethic is spotted. But do we see anything ready to counter the B base? Will Ponda get the reset? No, J-Tom missing. Kame grabbing it, and for some reason deciding to go out this way. I mean, I would have probably said the better way is to go back on where work ethic did. Akame made a decision, it worked out. Steven doesn't sneak in that shot, so honestly, well played for purple. They got one shot in, but they took one shot, they put 2 in, and they've got the cap lead, and that's significant. However, Akame does take another bleed here. That is all, though. Was that a blind shot? May have been a blind shot. He's not spotted now. I don't know if he was spotted when the shot went in. Now, of course, purple will have the cap lead even better now. They haven't even stepped into the A base yet. Looks like work ethic's saying, we have lead. Looks like they're not going to commit to any push quite yet. They have put Teddy over in this area along with Jay. So a 2-tank committal over here. Over Ponda is rotating all the way back out. He may be going for a counterplay on the A area here. Looks like Sherman has already put himself pretty significantly forward here. And Ponda is going to have plenty of support for him. The Type and the Kron right behind. E5 T100 LT close to follow. And Steven still doing his best to anchor the C side as best he can. Mandalorian's actually a little bit ISO here. I mean, he's not ISO. He's got support from Burby, from Button, all these Kronvons in here. I will say though, I don't understand the purpose of playing forward here. And just taking a free shot there wasn't really a whole lot of reason to. Honda is up about 1,000 hit. Oh, never mind. It's even. I lied. Big shots into skips actually. Burby putting in 2. Well played there. Burby doesn't have the most cover though. Honda were to push forward, it would be possible for them to get bled out a little bit. Honda will take the cap lead back though. Looks like they're going to grab A. We're going to see a C-base capture here from Akame, and is Steven going to do anything about it? Looks like Akame is spotted. I go over to him. Steven does put a shot in, and now Akame is a 2-tap. He's on 700 hit points, and I'm sure that Market Man is going hunting now for some bat chats. That's a scary target here for purple, as they have some low hit point tanks, and Skip's actually grabbing the A base and managing to get out just fine. All of a sudden, things are not looking good for purple. We do have 800 points, but at the rate that the caps are moving right now, they're not going to have a lead. And Mandalorian is a 1-shot right now. Looks like he did get himself out of that bad spot, and Jay's actually going to step onto the A base, stop the points, and now things are looking a little bit better for purple again. But Button missing 1 shot. Pagman's now going to go ahead and push forward. He's got his reactive ready. Button missing another shot. And Ponda's making a play onto Burby here. They're going to pick up the kill that way. Pafalupi's going to have some shots. He's going to take 1,000 damage himself, though. 3,000 hit point lead here for Ponda. They picked up 2 kills here. They're going to lose one of their own tanks, but Button's about to fall himself. So will Akame. He's fighting here against Market Man, who is going hunting now. Down goes Button. Down goes Akame. Now it's a 6-on-3 scenario here. Hit point lead huge here for Ponda. They've got 950 points. They've got all 3 bases. And it looks like purple may have just completely choked a 3-0 lead. Oh my goodness. Talk about pulling the Warriors. This is not a 3-1 blown. This is a 3-0 blown. Work ethic down. And Ponda takes it. The reverse sweep. Holy. Come on. What a set, y'all. Holy cow. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Well played there from Ponda. They were cool-headed, even in the face of defeat, managing to complete the reverse sweep. Not something I expected. Maybe not something y'all expected either after those first 3 games. Looking amazing from purple. They lost their footing, though. Couple mistakes here and there. Canal honestly looks like a total disaster for them. And Ponda picking up on that, taking the momentum, and winning the very last game to take the set. Wow. Hope you guys enjoyed that one as much as I did. That was a blast. Unfortunate for purple, though. They will drop to 0-3. Let's take a look at the rest of the games here, and let's Let's see, if I refresh the page, we open up the brackets. Let's see how we're looking right now. So here we are. Looks like all of the sets have finished. And if we go to Tour 3, Leverage 4-2 over Straight, Origin 4-0 over Apex. That's not something I expected to see. Apex looking very strong this tournament. Apex gets 4-0'd though. Joker defeating Elevate 4-1, so Elevate was able to take a game off Joker, but not much. In the reverse sweep from Ponda, overtaking Purple, who now dropped to 0-3. So Elevate and Purple not having a great set so far. Both of them are 0-3, and you know what that means. They are playing next. Purple and Elevate right here. We're watching the set. One of them is going to end up today 0-4. Yikes, that is not good for them. Of course, when you're 0-4, you have no shot. Even if you win the rest of your games, you've got no shot of qualifying for top 4, at least for the first group. And I don't know if they're going to just add up the battles or how that exactly works, but either way, shot basically ruined as of the first 2 days of the tournament. So they're going to be both fighting for quite a bit here in this next set. So it's going to be super ultra competitive. I'm excited to see it. We're going to go ahead and play a battle, I guess. Battle or two. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take, but our next games are in about 15 minutes here, just a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead, bust out the Borsig that I've been playing. Might as well. Man, reverse sweep. Purple's got to be molding right now. They've got to be molding. Yeah, everyone's going crazy in the chat. Yeah. Well played to Ponda, guys. Y'all in the chat right now who's just joining. GG's, y'all. That was awesome. Y'all held on nicely. I mean, whew, I thought Purple honestly had you guys, and that was a bit of a shocker to see them up 3-0. Like, I know all the teams in top 8 are strong, but 3-0 is kind of nuts. GG's to Ponda there. Yeah, amazing. Purple, hopefully you guys can get your head in the game for this next set, because it doesn't get a whole lot easier. I'm guessing the enemy team's not over in AB area. Could be totally wrong, though. They just haven't been spotted anywhere. This could be a bit of a risk, but I want to do it. I did get spotted. That's okay, though. Nah, that was a horrible shot. I should not have done that. Yeah, I regret this immediately. No, there's this Chimera just chilling there. Man, I'm getting James enemies again. Yeah, I'm getting James enemies for real, y'all. $500? Oh, that hurts. Oh, I don't push this. I don't do that. I just take my 1 versus 1 with the Chimera. Don't want to expose myself to more tanks than I have to. What the hell is this guy doing? He's not even turning his tank. I really have James enemies today. What the heck? This is nuts. I'll take it. I'll take it. Apex got swept because of Tanner's crossfire strats. Okay. I'll have to watch that stream back if someone's streaming it right now. That's kind of nuts. That is nuts. When does Many get banned from Elo's server? Man. Rip. I'm not gonna be able to get any more damage in here, am I? No, I will. I'll take it. If the Ice 5's just not gonna shoot. Will not complain. This guy's looking for me. Ah, you fool. Right over me. And my team not even shooting him, I get to put that one in. We'll take it, 2.8. What's up, everybody in the chat, by the way. Again, there is a stream delay, sorry, but, yeah. Y'all, I'm super excited for Purple Elevate. This is gonna be nuts. My bad for saying Elev is a bunch of mutes and getting banned. Nice. Listening to the same lo-fi, really? Really, that's surprising. This is not like a. I don't think this was a terribly popular lo-fi thing that I found. It's got 500 likes. It doesn't have that many. I'm very surprised, honestly, if this is one that you had. What do you use, Abram, for your lo-fi? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Because I don't use Stream Beats, which everyone else uses. That one has like 180,000 likes. This one only has 500. So I'm surprised that you found the same playlist as me. What's up, Paradox, Max, Spartan, Tryhard, Average Skill? Yeah, we can fit like another game or two in here. Apex bleed 3,000 to clear one tank. Oh, wow, okay. So Tanner, they were just prepared for aggression. That's pretty good. Whew, what a set. Anyway, why is the queue time so long? That's what I want to know. There were so many tanks lined up in the queue. I was very surprised I wasn't getting a game. Here we go. I don't like using this typical corner spot on Dead Rail. I'm just not a big fan. But I kind of want to try it anyway. No, I don't. I don't. I'll let the Kanonen go there. I like using this spot right here personally a little bit more. Goodbye. Oh, no. Oh, I'm a bad person. I am a bad person. Oh, I'm a horrible person. Oh, man. Y'all, Borsig is kind of cracked. I'm not gonna lie. Even though it got nerfed, this tank, kind of good. It retract when he ran to me, I see. Makes sense. Bye. We did lose a tank of our own, though. That's not always good. Wish our 95E2 would move forward a little bit. Side of the turret, that's a nice free shot. I am a little bit scared of where their Panther and their SMV could be. Teammate cleared him out quickly. Yeah, I am a little nervous here. I wish our 95 would move up. Yeah, I'm getting blood here. Asking him to see if he'll spot. I don't think he will, though. That was... He's not moving. Is he AFK? YouTube Nani copyright stuff. I don't use YouTube for my playlist, Ibram. So maybe not the same exact music, but yes, I do like to listen to lo-fi when I do tournament streams. This guy's not AFK, he's just that stupid. He's finally moving. Thanks for nothing. Now we're gonna lose another tank. Is their Panther AFK? Our only bet is that their Panther's AFK, but he's not. We just lost that guy for free. Fortunate that shot doesn't go in. Now this guy might kill himself. We'll do our best to support him, of course. But I feel like he's just gonna die. There we go. I can spot something over there as well. I don't think I have a shot if I do this. Use stomps players for lo-fi YT. Okay, yeah, not quite the same, but maybe it has like a couple songs that match. There we go. Good. I don't think we had a shot in the 252, but I'm gonna go towards the middle now. Potentially towards just capping. I have an HE on this guy? Yes. Doesn't pen, but I have an HE. I mean, it pens. It doesn't do much damage. Take those, I guess. Nice. I'm balling out in the Borsig these past few streams. That's an ace right there. It's gotta be 4.7. That's not an ace. I'll be sad. 4.8. That's gotta be. Yeah. We're Borsig balling, man. Holy cow. Oof. Is that our 67% game? We were at 66.99 at the beginning. Are we there? Still no. Still no. I've won 6 games in a row now, and my win rate has not moved. Don't count these, obviously. These are training room. These are all training room as well, I believe. Yeah. These are just me and the spectating thing. I don't know, brother. Do we have time for another? What time is the game? It's at 04, I think. No, I don't have time to do another. We'll chill. We'll chill. Oh, that reminds me, another thing, guys. So the new clan event is starting. And just announcement here, you guys hear it here first. If y'all are active, I am willing to let people in pincer temporarily during the event if y'all are interested in joining a clan, getting active. If you guys haven't heard, there's this new event coming out. I don't know if the details are here. It looks like they are. But it's a event where we have to do clan missions. You have to do clan missions. You have to do weekly stages, weekly rewards, something like that. You have to do 7 clan missions of the week. So if you guys are doing clan missions and you're active, that's how you can get the Waffle Ritter. I don't know what the Ritter means. Ritter. I really don't know, but it's a tier 9 tank that you can get for free just by playing actively and as a part of an active clan. It's going to start on the 21st, so it starts on Monday, and it's going to be going on for 3 weeks, I believe. Yeah, so it ends December 12th, and you need to get at least 700 steel ingots. So you get steel ingots from getting Brothers in Arms and Crucial Contribution medals. So what you do, so it looks like clan rewards, blah blah blah. And also looks like getting a Crucial Contribution or a Brothers in Arms will give you 5 ingots each. And a Brothers in Arms is, of course, when your platoon mate and you both destroy 2 vehicles, and platoon destroys 6 is a crucial contribution. You have to stay alive for Brothers in Arms as well, so that's something I forget. But you have to be playing with another player from your clan, so that's the important thing. This is a clan event. But if y'all are interested in joining Pincer, if you guys apply, I will let you in. We only have a limited amount of space, and if we have a lot of people coming in, we may have to make some decisions on who gets let in and who doesn't. That'll probably be based on activity. This looks like Elevate on the left and Purple on the right, so let me get that. But yeah, y'all hear it here if you guys are interested in applying. Unfortunately, probably can't keep everyone permanently in Pincer, but for the duration of the event, we're willing to let people in. They're going to help us grind for that tank. So it looks like I have 100 gold bars. Very cool. What can I do with them? I have 400 diamonds as well. What do I get with 400 diamonds? I can get some of these things. It's not very useful. I can get a container. Or I could get like some times 10s if I get a little bit more. I'll just hold on to things for now. Looks like we've still got a couple days left on that. We can go ahead and join the room here. Elevate on the left, Purple on the right. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. And so we saw Elevate play yesterday. They played quite well against Leverage. Unfortunately, they did lose 4-2. But they played extremely well. They had some unconventional strats on Molendyke, which won them the game. That being a Badger and 2 Bat Chats, and the Badger did like 5,500 damage or something ridiculous. But it's been fun. Been a fun set so far. Or it was a fun set to watch. This has been a fun tournament so far. But of course, we just saw Purple. They took Ponda, who is a top 4 contender, to 7 games, and in fact had a 3-0 lead at one point. And unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for them. They did blow the 3-0 lead, but, you know, they're still a strong team, of course. Losing to Ponda, you know, most teams will lose to Ponda, so you can't really fault Purple for that. But we're going to be starting on a new map here. Oasis Palms is going to be the first one. Again, this is a best of 7, so we're going to be seeing at least 4 games and at maximum 7. Going to be seeing Elev running pretty simple tanks here. 5 types, Kronvon, and a 113, so they are going to bust out the 113 that we haven't seen a ton of this tournament, even though the tank did get buffed recently. So that is a thing. Purple, on the other hand, they will be running a T100 LT, so they will have that mobility advantage. Also, Teddy busting out the VK72, 3 Krons, a type, and an IS-7. So they have been sticking with that IS-7 for the past while, and it seems to have been working for them so far. And it looks like most people have put their points into Purple right now. Okay. Uh-oh, stream lagging. Oh boy. Okay, I'm just going to keep the stream going. I apologize for any stream lag. Just going to say that there. Looks like we are getting a little bit of a fluctuation with the bitrate. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, 30 seconds of the game. We're on Oasis Palms. This one typically played a little different than pubs. In pubs, you do tend to see everyone going to the hills. Not quite how it works with competitive play, because the A and the B base are both kind of together on the town area. So you do tend to see a lot more town viability here. And I think that may be why we're seeing a VK72 from Purple have that nice tank as a anchor in the town. Of course, the Kronvons have those hill spots, but you can have hills on either side, on either map. Or either side of the map, I should say. There are some in the A area and, of course, in C, so... Definitely possible to see those Krons go either way, but I don't expect the VK72 to go anywhere other than the town. But here we are. Oop, I forgot to reset the score, guys. Good thing I caught it early this time. Ahaha. Hold on 1 second. Let me fly up in the air. Reset the score. Here we are, y'all. Game number 1. Again, best of 7. Purple versus Elev. Both teams currently 0-3 right now. The losing team is going to drop 0-4. And it's not going to be a very good start, but that's how it is. Sponge says, I bet all in for Purple. Y'all better win. Uh-oh. Here we go. Looks like the triple Krons from Purple did go towards the A corner. Elev pretty heavily committed towards there as well, but they're actually going to be playing right through the A base, not even going to bother with grabbing it, instead getting immediate bleeds on Burby here. And Work Ethic, who's far away on the other side of the map, going to have to find himself on in here. Looks like Purple's going to try to get some counter bleeds here on Riri. So we are going to be seeing some very nice bleeds in from both sides. Riri going to go down very quickly. Burby should be able to hang on for a little bit. No, he doesn't. So it looks like Tiger does pick up the kill, or Cracked Canadian does, rather. Love does have 4 tanks here now on Teddy and Jay. They're going to ignore the VK-72. Looks like Cracked Canadian does actually fall, maybe Work Ethic farming from the rear. He does step into the B base. He's probably going to get himself on the rear of the 113, which would be a very good play here. Elif, immediately they were focusing on Jay. Looks like they've turned to Space Dog, so he's going to go down soon. At the same time, though, Tiger E100 taking shots from Work Ethic and Akame, who picks up the kill. Gentleman, Goblin Man could both be targets here for Purple. Looks like Jay putting in the final shot into him before he goes down soon. Who's going to pick up the kill, though? Looks like Goblin Man looking for it. No, 72 does grab it. Bouncing the shot, actually. Jay's going to stay alive, put in another shot. Mandalorian trying to get the kill on Goblin Man. At the same time, Teddy going down, Gentleman going down. So we do see a trade here, but it's a 4-on-3 now for Purple. They've got the advantage. 3-on-3, actually, so now it is even. But Goblin Man, relatively low hit points. He could be an easy target. Then again, Mandalorian seems to have found himself in between 2 tanks here. He's just got to unload his clip. He's going to do so into Incognito. Work Ethic also going to farm into him as well. And as long as Work Ethic can hide from Goblin Man and get farms into 72, or actually just go for Goblin Man himself, that should be a nice clear there. However, though, the hit points are a lot more close than people would think. It's a 2-on-2 now, and really all the hit points are there for Akame, who is now full health. Work Ethic just needs to stay alive, though. Will Akame roll high enough to get this kill? No, now he doesn't need to roll high. He can just pick it right on up. And will Akame be able to block Work Ethic from getting killed here from 72? He's going to drive forward. Looks like he's fast enough. Yes, he does pick up the kill. And now we see a 1-on-1 to clutch things up. Akame is full hit points, but he's got to reload his entire clip first. And 72, of course, in the type, got some very scary armor. And this could be a very tricky win here for Akame, because he's got to make sure to manage his shells appropriately. He is likely not going to bounce any shots from 72. He is going to put that first shell, and he needs to fire quickly. Shooting HE for some reason. What was the HE for? Oh my goodness. And now it's looking like 72 is actually going to have it. Akame having much less DPM, now down on the hit points as well. And this should be actually a relatively simple win here for 72 if he's able to just W key right into Akame. He's going to do so. Akame using his super speed boost to back up, but it's not going to be enough. He puts in... No, bouncing that shot too. A little bit of a choke here from Akame. Putting in a second shot. Is he going to just dump his third and die? Yes, I think he's just interested in dumping his third shot and dying. I think he's given up at this point. Unfortunately, missing not only one shell, but also shooting HE another time on accident for some reason. Don't really know what was happening there for Purple, but... or for Akame specifically, because overall it was a relatively even game, but 72 going to clutch up that 1 versus 2 scenario there. Beautiful win for him. Must feel real good as Elif actually go up 1-0 there with a nice 1 versus 1 clutch. Very sneaky. There we go, 72 with 5.3k damage to carry. Of course, Kame did quite well on his own, but 72 with the beautiful carry for his team. Not only with the 5.3, but also the clutch 1-on-1 at the end to win it. Very well done. They take the lead 1-0. Game number 2 spawn swap, and we will see Elif bringing out a light tank. I see a Sheridan in the works, and I see a Batchat as well. Which one are they going to run? Uh-oh. Purple will keep the T100 LT. Work Ethic was able to farm relatively effectively for the beginning part of the game, actually getting a sneaky kill on, I believe, was it the 113? It was some tank from Elif that he got a sneaky kill on. Didn't quite work out in the end. He just didn't have enough hit points to survive, and 72 was able to hunt him down. And of course, turning it into a 1-on-1 scenario, which he had the advantage in, because having actual good DPM in the Type 71 is pretty useful. Now, Purple is going to bust out an E5 now. They're actually not having as much faith in the Krons now, only running 2 of them. No, they will bust out a third. Okay, so Akame's just swapping out of it. Maybe Purple's realizing, okay, maybe Akame's not the best player to put in that tank. So, unfortunate play there, but it is what it is. You got to roll with it and move on to the next game. But this next game is going to be interesting, as Elif, we did see them yesterday running double Batchat, and it worked out extremely effectively for them on Molendyke. I'll admit I was a bit of a doubter. I didn't expect them to do too well. But the Batchats cleaned up very nicely after going for a quick cap of the A base. or not quick cap, but pretty fast cap the A base. They were just able to clean up at the end with those nice clips, and it was a beautiful sight to see, and it worked quite effectively. Now, will it work again for them today in this map, Oasis Palms? Let's find out. And here we are. Again, this is a best of 7. I'm going to keep repeating myself every time just because new people are coming into the stream every minute. So, absolutely fine with that. This is a best of 7. Elevate up 1-0. Need 4 wins, of course, to take it. It looks like Elevate is going to meet Work Ethic immediately. He could get double clipped out quickly. Correct Canadian putting 2 shots in. Does take a bleed in return, though. Looks like he was shot out. Someone from Purple put in the shot. Don't see who it was. Was it Space? Maybe it was Space. It was likely Space or Akame. But Purple does have plenty of tanks here to support. And Correct Canadian Work Ethic both gonna sneak their way forward a little bit. Work Ethic could take another hit, though. He does. Goblin Man putting one in there. But Correct Canadian taking more. He's now on 600. Work Ethic on 785. Both of them are 2 taps. So things a little bit scary for both teams. There are weaknesses now for either side. They're going to get those bat shots out of there, and instead Elevate's going to rotate the rest of their heavy tanks in. Riri pretty far forward, but otherwise unfazed. Looks like Space Dog is trying to play forward here, see if they can catch bleeds into Elevate as they rotate backwards. And looks like Purple does maintain the advantage in the B side, despite only having 3 tanks here right now. They've got Space and they've got Akame, as well as Burby in the middle, but they've managed to hold off Elevate quite well for now. Looks like Jay will be making a play onto the B base. Jay, aka Jisoo, I keep calling him both things. The Incognito is going to find him here, bounce 1 shot. The Correct Canadian may go for a play on him here. Incognito hitting 1 of those 3 shots. Jay going to turn around. It looks like maybe Elevate is going for an aggressive play here instead. Getting right into the C base. And those 2 bad chats on the other side of the map. Maybe they're going to take out Jay, but they're going to find themselves quite down here on this side of the map. Purple getting a 3,000 hit point lead, picking off Tiger immediately as well. And 72, who was looking for shots into Teddy. Looks like Incognito is going to get some as well, but 72 instead shooting Mandalorian, and he's going to be an easy focus fight here. No, Mandalorian missing the shot. And actually, this will allow the kill to get picked up. But 72 does fall quickly as well. Goblin does fall off camera. So Gentleman may take a couple hits here himself. It looks like the rest of Purple, Akame and Space Dog may be a little bit slow to join the fight. Doesn't matter though, because they're going to have the rear of Gentleman. Space Dog putting a shot in. Burby not able to secure the kill. I also like how Work Ethic is staying alive here on 100 hit points. Just kind of hiding away, not letting those bat chats hunt him down. It looks like Jay has actually been able to hold off the bat chats here just fine. Riri putting in a shot from the rear, but Jay now going to hunt down Incognito, and if Correct Canadian goes over to help out, that's going to allow Riri to be easily killed here by all of Purple's tanks. Mandalorian puts 1 into Riri, bounces the second, but Space Dog and Akame are all in here as well. Space Dog bouncing a shot, but shouldn't have trouble picking up this kill now. No, bouncing 2 out of the 3 shots here. Now Akame needs to pick up the kill instead. Not getting blocked by Space Dog, and now Jay is finding himself against the Elevate bat chats, but those are the only 2 tanks left, and they don't have enough hit points to deal with 5 tanks, it seems, from the Purple team. He's gonna sneak one into Correct Canadian. No, he's not. May actually get clipped out here by Incognito, but Mandalorian's gonna have some shots for him as well. Incognito putting 2 shots in, but taking 3, taking 4. And he is about to fall. Mandalorian picks up the kill. Now there is just 1 tank left against 5 from Purple. And this should be a solid equalizer here from Purple. They take it, gonna even things up 1-1. And it looking real good for them now. Fly up real high in the sky. Get a nice cinematic of the entire map here. Well played from Purple with the equalizer. Did I say Purple? Purple. GG. Nice. So there we go. It is on the board, or both teams are on the board here. Mandalorian doing the top of 3k. Even though I did see him bounce quite a few shells, he was able to be effective enough to do top damage. Thank you for the follow, Jiso, by the way. I appreciate you. Haven't been able to catch up on the follows. Maybe I'll do that now. Looks like no, it was just Jiso. No one else. It is all good. But if you guys are new, dropping a follow would be pretty epic. Shot was heat, by the way. He rammed you. Oh, okay. That's weird. Okay, I didn't see that. It looks like a HE shell to me, and I was confused. Makes sense. Thanks for clarifying and correcting me there, Kame. So my bad. Either way, 1-1. In a minute until the next game begins. We're swapping to Desert Sands, so it looks like the desert maps will continue here. First Oasis, now Desert, and this is a fun one here. You can really go either way. Typically tend to see teams going towards the hill area nowadays. When the T100 was first introduced, sometimes you'd see the T100 doing a sneaky cap of the B base. And the tank has good enough camo so that maybe it might not get spotted if the team playing towards the dunes area isn't good enough at spotting it out. And it could be used, but a pretty risky strat, and I'm not sure if I expect to see that. Now, we actually don't see any light tanks right now. Ooh, take that back. Burby running the Vickers. That's the second Vickers that we've seen. It worked relatively well for Even Steven in the last set when for Ponda versus Purple, and that was on Black Goldville, but I'm going to be seeing Burby running it now. And again, I'm not really sure what the role of the Vickers is. That would be something that I'm curious to hear about if anyone in here has any context as to why the Vickers is being run, as opposed to something like a Sheridan or a T100 LT, which have better view range and camo, respectively. But I digress. We are going to see some nice games here. Also, Mandalorian busting up the concept. That's the first thing that we've seen. Going to be running only one Kronvon this time instead 3 types and an E5. Looks like Akame much more comfortable in the E5 than the Kronvon, which I definitely don't blame him for. Looks like cracked Canadians, so Elev actually running all 7 heavy tanks. He's going to spawn all the way towards the other side of the map, which doesn't seem to be what they want. I'm very curious as to why they are bringing cracked Canadian over to hide, but they're also bringing the other 60 TPs. Maybe they just wanted all of the 60 TPs to be on the rails area. Cracked somehow only gets over having taken just over 400 damage. So very good result, honestly, all things considered. Having a heavy spawn all the way over there and only taking a couple hundred damage for it. Pretty good play, to be honest. Of getting the base lead by grabbing C, and that's actually going to make it difficult for Purple to push. Thing that I was going to talk about when I was discussing the maps, but I didn't quite get to it. This is a map where the cap lead is very important because it can be extremely difficult to push on this map. Now, Purple is on the desert side, which means that there are 5 places you can push from. And I'm going to go to fast camera real quick. We have one right here. It looks like Seibu has taken a couple hits, but also Akame's taken some blades from the 60 TPs, and he's overextended. So this is 1, then we have 2, and then we've got 3. And then we've got 4, and then we've got 5 here. Those are the only spots where Purple can push from. It looks like they've already inserted themselves a little bit in towards the town. But it can be tricky because for the most part, like those 2 ones in the middle, like the ramps right here, like the one that Space Dog's on and the other one that was close to Akame, those aren't really places where you can push an entire team through. That's more like 1 tank at a time. So for the most part, there are 3 choke points that Elev has to be aware of. As long as they can hold those choke points well enough, they can prevent an effective push here. It looks like Purple doesn't care, though. They're going to drive right into C. Jay actually sitting on the base, immediately going for a face tag. Both of these tanks are missing their shots. And Riri looking like he could decide to go around, but Purple does have some support here. Work Ethic and Teddy are there. We're going to see a 3-on-3 action. Looks like Incognito joins the fight, but Teddy's going to have to get in there quickly as well. Elev still hasn't penned a shot on Jay until just now. Incognito's taking a good few of them. But Purple really needs to get Work Ethic and Teddy in here, as Jay is going to go down quickly if things don't improve. Mandalorian trying to join the fight, but he's actually going to take a big shot from Hoax negative. Gentleman's going to join the fray, put some shots into him, and all of a sudden, Mandalorian's looking like the weakness now for Team Purple. Instead, looks like hit point sharing is going on quite well over here. Goblin Man's taking plenty of hits for Incognito. So Purple not really focusing down a tank yet. They don't have anyone particularly low. Whereas Elevate, they do pick up Mandalorian, so it looks like Purple did hang a tank in the middle there. It looks like Akame and Burby are still coming in from the other side of the map. Really just a tank advantage over here for Elev. They've got all 7 of them in the town. They now have the advantage over here fighting in a 4-on-3 scenario with it FE2 and 5B joining the mix. And again, Purple didn't really focus down a tank, so there's plenty of hit points to go around here for Elev. Right now it's Riri who's the lowest, but Purple doesn't have anyone else to fight him other than Work Ethic. He needs to hit his shots, he does so. Space Dog should be able to pick up this kill, finally joining the fight. Hit points have been equalized, and actually Purple does have the advantage now in terms of hit points. However, Elev's still a lot more centralized in terms of tanks. Akame and Burby all the way on the other side of the map fighting against Seibu alone. And Purple has pivoted to shooting against Gentleman here. But 2 quick kills from Elevate make it a 6-on-4 scenario. Work Ethic really needs to get the kill here on Gentleman. He should be able to do so before he goes down himself to a Type 71 shot. Now it's a 3-on-5. Seibu only on a fraction of hit points. He goes down off camera. Didn't catch that one. Space Dog backing up here a little bit. He needs the rest of his team to get in here. Akame is going to have to pick up the kill on Incognito, but he needs to get through Hoax negative first. Will Hoax put in the shot? He does so. Incognito on 100 hit points. He will try to sneak in a shot? No. Space Dog's actually going to get pushed by Goblin Man, who's hit point sharing for Correct Canadian, who's going to put in that big alpha damage. And Space at this point just needs to get his 3rd shell and start unloading that clip. Puts 1 into Goblin, 2 into Goblin. Will he pick up the kill? No. Correct Canadian taking him. Akame did get the kill on Hoax negative. Actually, Burby picking up Incognito, so we're in a 2-on-2 scenario. That Vickers is staying alive. But Akame's on the sea base now. Uh-oh. Goblin Man and Correct Canadian are both one-shot tanks. So is Burby, but Burby's a light. He's got that mobility advantage, and now all of a sudden, Purple's got the advantage here. Goblin Man will get himself spotted, and maybe is he going to take a risk? He is going to take a risk. Kame bouncing the shot! Oh my goodness! Another bounce shot, and this time Goblin Man having that reload. He'll be able to out-reload Akame, but no, he's not even going to worry about it. Correct Canadian going to come in from the rear. Goblin Man rolling low. Akame for some reason driving backwards into Correct Canadian, but Burby picking up the kill, and Purple's going to win that one. Oh man, that was really close right there. Akame with a perilous bounce at the end, but thankfully Elev couldn't get the kill. Purple picked it up, took the win. Oh man. Wow, what a clutch right at the end there. Good kill from Burby, sneaking around from the rear. That was beautiful. Oof. Burby with the 4K damage and the clutch. So it seems like both times I've questioned how well the Vickers Light is used, what its role is. It seems to be the tank that's putting in work for the team. Purple does get the dub. They're up 2-1 now. Things are looking fine again. Very nice, very nice. Oof, that was very risky play. The concept did get hung out in the middle of the map. But Purple somehow still able to bring it back, despite the fact that Elevate had all of their tanks in the town, and Purple was lagging behind both Akame and Burby. A little slow to the fight, but honestly, it was their hit points at the end which won them the game, so well played. Looks like maybe a few missed shots from Elevate. They're going to be running 2 T95E6s now. Tank that you don't see too often. Double T95E6 on Desert Sand, so obviously mobile heavies have to be used for some reason, right? I'm guessing... I'm not going to make a guess because they could totally go either side. It could be used for a fast cap of C. It could also be used to quickly go across the rails to the A area. So it's entirely possible to see them on either side of the map here. I'm not going to make a prediction, but they will run double 95E6 and double T125. Triple types as well. So again, no light tanks here for Elevate. And Purple going to not run any either, it seems. One Kron. They've gotten rid of the concept, instead bringing a 2-on-5B. I can see why. Honestly, the concept wasn't really used to his strength last battle, as it ended up just driving in the middle of the map. No, they will bring their Vickers Light back out. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So he will see that T1... Sorry. The light tank make a reappearance, and I mean, it worked for Purple. So I'm not shocked to see it. I am not shocked at all. And here we go. This should be an interesting one. I would like to see where these 95E6s go. Looks like the tank that spawned cross for Elevate was a type and not a 95E6. Where will they go? Looks like they are turning straight for the dunes, so looks like maybe the goal is to have a quick cross. Purple is going to do the same thing, actually going right across. Burby should have the advantage in terms of getting these nice little spots here. Beautiful lighting. 5 tanks here. 6, all 7 of Elev's tanks are spotted. And are we going to see some nukes getting in there? Looks like the Kronvons are lining up, but missing their shots. Yeah, no shots going in here, although some really nice spotting from Burby. Purple not taking advantage of it. Only one shot into Gentleman coming in just now. Another into Incognito. But Burby's taking a hit as well. And Elevate quite aggressively taking control of the middle of the map here. They've got Hoax negative on the bridge. Sorry, not on the bridge, on the plane. But Purple looking to fight right on back. They've got another bleed into Incognito. Two, actually. Looks like the T95E6 is a little bit soft here. Not easy to use this spot. He's gotten a lot of shots just right into the side of the turret right there. Really good bleeds from Purple. Looking quite well. That 2 and 5B on the rear. Getting some nice shots in. Of course, that tank's gun got buffed extremely hard recently, bringing it back to its former status as a nice, really DPM heavy tank. Elevate will grab the A base, but they're really far forward here. They've already committed quite heavily. Will Purple have the proper defense here? Looks like they're getting good bleeds into Teddy and into J. T125's sneaking in from the front. And here we go, the Type's coming in from the rear, and Jay's going to take a lot of bleeds. So will Riri, though, 1,000 damage into him. And he's going to get more shots into him thanks to the Kronvons. Doesn't quite go down, and Jay will be the first to fall. Gentleman going to pick up the kill here. But Riri's quite low. Goblin Man just takes 1,200 of his own, and the hit points are still dead even. Taking a look, I'm curious to see where the Vickers Light is. Looks like he's coming in from the rear to see if he can farm Incognito, get the kill there. But Purple's lost another tank. It looks like they are going to potentially lose Space Dog as well. Cracked Canadian right there, and Space really just needs to put his shots out before going down. He does so. Well played. Looks like Cracked Canadian, one of him, or Hoax Negative, bounced the shot, and that allowed Space Dog to put his last one in. Gentleman should be able to pick up the kill here, but now Hoax Negative, Gentleman, and Cracked Canadian all surrounding work ethic. It's a 4 on 5 here. Riri does go down. Burby picks up the kill here. So does Goblin Man go down over there. Now all of a sudden, even though it was a 4 on 6, it is now a 3 on 3 instantly. Good kills here from Purple, and they put a shot into Hoax Negative as well. Elevate is quite centralized here. They've got the hit point advantage, albeit only barely. Cracked Canadian, definitely a weakness for Elevate. But Purple's got a weakness of their own, and that is Burby. However, he's got the mobility advantage, and he is going hunting for that T95E6. He's not going to find him right away, though, instead trying to just put some side shots in on those Types. And definitely don't want to get killed here. That would be very bad. Looks like Elevate's going to counteract this by just pushing straight forward instead. Cracked Canadian missing the shot on Burby. But actually, both Elevate tanks shooting different targets, both Mandalorian and Purple activating their special consumables here. And this should be a nice, easy focus fire onto Hoax Negative. No, Mandalorian not even turning around to put the shot in. Instead, Burby going to look to farm the rear there. Akame should turn around here and look into Gentleman or Cracked Canadian. He does so. And although shots are going to Akame rather quickly, Cracked Canadian needs to get himself behind. Akame should be able to pick up the kill here. Don't bounce this shot. This is a shot you do not want to bounce. He does so. Very good kill there. Now Gentleman in a 1-on-2, but here is Burby, and Burby's a 2-tap. He's going to be able to clean this one up real nicely. A shot goes into Gentleman, who picks up Akame, but now the 1v1, Burby's got the rear. Missing the HE, maybe just playing with his food. A little max roll here from Gentleman would be enough to clean it up, but no. Burby messing around, gets the kill, and now Purple is up 3-1 over Elevate. Oh man. Good ending there, and again, Burby, the last tank alive, left with a clutch 1-on-1 to get the kill last second. Very beautiful. Oof. Very good stuff there from Purple, and I really like the aggression from Elevate. I do appreciate how they are trying to catch Purple off guard, but it seems like they're just ready to deal with it. Work ethic in the 2 and 5, be able to farm from the rear and just get those really nice bleeds on for a while. And the Vickers Light, of course, cleaning up from the rear. Elevate couldn't really afford to turn and deal with them because they were too busy dealing with Akame, who also did quite well for Purple there. And now we're on our last game here. Potentially on our last game, not on our last game. Naval Frontier is going to be the next map that we see here. This is a very symmetrical one. 3-cap map. Elevate's, I really hope that they've got a fun strategy for this one, or at least a good strategy, because they are facing going 0-4 here, and that would be not a good result for Elev here. Purple, of course, looking to get themselves a win with this next game, just to close things out. It would be nice and quick for them. Don't want to have to go through the trouble of losing that momentum, because we already saw what happened against Ponda. They lost a game, and then all of a sudden things just completely fell apart for them. Akame going to be running a Yo here for Purple, so they are going to be running a Yo. Tank that we don't see a whole lot of. Elevate with 3 Krons, 2 Types, a 60 TP, and they're going to keep Cracked in the T100 LT, so they are going to bust the light tank back out. They didn't run any light tanks on the previous map, and they did lose both of those games, so maybe they are seeing the value in a light tank now. Purple actually going to be the ones to drop the LT Rocking with 2 Krons, an IS-7, a Yo, and 3 Types. So no light tanks here for purple side. I didn't expect to see this one. But here we all are. Game number 5 between Elevate and purple. Let's get it. Oh no, and the stream's lagging again. I am sorry, y'all. Stream lag. I am so sad. I don't know what to do, y'all. I'll have to reset my my drivers again for the next tournament, so I'll remember to do that. But anyway, looks like Elev is going to go for a quick spot of the B area, typically what you tend to see the pubs do with their light tanks, and he's going to spot out Work Ethic, who's not actually going to cross. I think that purple is guessing Elev's got some sort of nuke set up for the middle, which they really don't. I mean, they have a couple tanks here, but not really enough to put big shots into Work Ethic as he tends to cross. Another shot going into him, so Work Ethic not realizing that 20-second spotting mechanic is going to be a thing. Both teams in the meantime fighting for the C base. Teddy and Goblin Man both sneaking in. The Space Dogs actually snuck in a shot. Oh, never mind. They're putting shots into Cebu. Those little HEs, whatever. It's totally fine, but Teddy will be able to grab the C base. Cebu not getting the reset, and he's actually going to bleed a little bit for it. Maybe it was Burby who put the shot into Goblin Man. That's actually my guess. Elev not going for A, rather they're actually going to rotate back around? What's the play here? No, they are going for A, actually. Correct Canadian. Taking a little bit of a longer route, but Work Ethic's already on it, and Correct may have a hard time dealing with that tank in a one-on-one. Gentleman who overextended a little bit, and beautiful punish there from Akame. Running the Yo, all 3 shots into Gentleman. He's found himself bled up by quite a bit already. Teddy and Jay may actually find themselves pivoting onto Gentleman. It looks like Purple's actually hung a few hit points out as well. Space Dog pushing forward a little bit prematurely. Teddy not going to be turning around to go help Jay out with Gentleman here. Very interesting. I'm surprised we're not seeing this. Elev is going to rotate a bunch of tanks back in, though, so I understand now why this is the case. And now Jay's actually a little bit stuck out, but Work Ethic going to be surrounding them. And all of a sudden, although they are in the middle of the map here, they've kind of found themselves a little bit surrounded here. Riri's going to take a lot of blades again. Goblin Man going to be farmed out from the rear. Work Ethic should be able to pick up the kill here. No, Burby's going to do it first. Teddy, who takes a big max roll here from Riri, is going to go down briefly. But not before. They actually pick up the kill in Riri first. Work Ethic, who was coming in from the rear to do some cleanup, actually Incognito not getting the kill there with the HE, doing low damage, allowing Work Ethic to put in another shot. Gentleman falls. It's a 7-on-4. Purple's doing an excellent job of hit point sharing, except, I mean, I guess Akame's still full health. He's not even concerned about hit point sharing here for Jay. He just wants to put his shells in. Maybe he doesn't really care for the hit point shares. He just wants the damage farm. He's going to put 3 shells into Incognito. However, Work Ethic going down as well. Cebu goes down off camera, so it's a 5-on-3 scenario, and the hit points aren't really terribly different. There's a 2,000 difference. Akame does seem to be hit point sharing now. Incognito missed his shot. And Akame is going to reload his clip, not go for Incognito right away, instead seeing if he can catch out Correct Canadian. Now, going for Incognito would be the correct play here. There's only 1 shell left for him. Akame going to turn around. He's got the double shot. Yo. I said 3 shots earlier. He's only got the double shot, but it's not going to matter. Incognito goes down. Purple winning on the cap, and they're going to take it 4-1 over Elevate there. Kind of just outbrawled them. I would say they really just surrounded Elev. And Correct Canadian kind of seemed to be flailing around in the T100. He didn't know exactly where to go. Got some damage in, but no, he actually didn't really get that much in at all. No, he did. He got 2. I was looking on this side for Correct Canadian. No. He did okay damage, but really just having the T100 that just can't fight with the heavies, and when it came down to it, was just a giant heavy brawl. There's not a whole lot of good farming spots on that map for Elev there, so Purple taking it there, Kame with the farm. Not a whole lot of hit point sharing on his end, but it didn't really matter. In the end, their capture point lead was just too large. Elev didn't really make any attempts to grab the A base. And really, I mean, Purple just fought with 2 bases the entire time. Elev didn't have any. And yeah, GG's for Purple. Redeeming themselves after a heartbreaking loss to Ponda. They're actually going to take that one 4-1. And we do see the end of day 2. Where they're on Robins, at least from my perspective. I can take a look at the rest of the games and see if anything has completed yet. Let's take a look. So if we go over and look at Tour... This is the wrong group. We go to the first stage. Okay, so it looks like actually some of the groups have completed already. So Tour 4, Origin beating Straight 4-1. Joker beating Leverage. Ponda and Apex are still going on, but Purple beats Elevate. So still waiting on Apex Ponda, which should be a good set. Apex, of course, very strong. Although they did get kind of destroyed today, but, you know, Ponda, very no slouch themselves, of course. And so far, this is what things are looking like. Joker undefeated. Leverage only loss seems to be to Joker themselves. Origin's only loss to Joker. And that was a 4-3. And then Apex, whose only loss is to Tanner's team right now, but they're playing against Ponda. Elev, unfortunately, have not won a set yet. Straight, the only team they've beaten is Elevate, and they've lost to all the rest. Purple have beaten Elevate and lost to the rest. And, yeah. So, unfortunate start for Elevate. Hopefully they'll claw themselves back maybe in next round robin. But for this one, all they can worry about is getting as many wins as they can for the rest of the round robin, and pray that they'd get some better competition ready for the next one. So GG's, guys. That is the end of this tournament stream. I'm going to do a quick refresh, see if it did finish since I reloaded the page. Doesn't look like it has. Apex and Ponda still playing. So I am going to go ahead and end it here. So that's about it for me. I'm going to go ahead and raid someone. The raid is going to start right now. So as always, if you want to join in, I'm going to send you guys to another streamer, and you get some free channel points on my stream for joining them. So would appreciate you guys showing the streamer your support. And yeah, I will catch you guys not tomorrow, but on Thursday with the next one, where they're going to be watching 3 games here, 3 matches, 3 best of 7s. Don't know who I'll be following yet, but 9 p.m. Eastern, same time. Join my Discord. That's about it. As always, everybody, stay safe and happy tanking.